today I'm going to show you how to use some oxygen devices. With this particular one, the doctor has ordered 2 liters per nasal cannula. We have checked the chart. We have looked at the patient's background information. So I would enter the patient room by knocking on the door, introducing myself. Hi, I'm Tricia with Respiratory Care. The doctor's ordered oxygen for you today. Let me take a look at your oxygen level. We would assess the patient and use a pulse oximeter. We'd place that on the patient's finger. It would show the pulse as well as the oxygen level. We would let the patient know, for instance, you are running 88% on room air. So we're going to try this 2 liters of oxygen via nasal cannula to see if we can improve that oxygenation for you. So we would assess that and document that, and then we would explain how we're going to set up the oxygen. So for instance, Mr. Blank, the doctor has ordered this 2-liter nasal cannula for you. So I'm going to show you how we're going to use this. So this is the oxygen source connected to the wall. We have our flow meter. We have our adapter that I will hook up here. Let me just twist this on the bottom. Make sure that is nice and secure. And then we would take our tubing and we would connect that. So you're going to connect your tubing to that adapter. Make sure that that's sealed on there, and then we have all of this connector tubing here. So then we would place the oxygen cannula on the patient. We would actually turn this on to 2 liters. Like I said, he's been ordered for 2 liters at this point, so we would put that up to the 2. So then we would make sure that is coming out. We do hear that coming out. For instance, if you were doing too much, you would be able to hear that coming out. We don't want too much because we don't want to dry out the nose. So we're going to go with 2 liters oxygen. The cannula can be used for 1/4 of a liter up to 6 liters. That would be the max for this particular device. So then we would just place the oxygen. I'm going to turn this off because I'll place this on myself. So I'm going to put the prongs in the nose, up around the ears, and then we would tighten this where it would be comfortable for the patient. We would make sure the patient is comfortable, ask them if there's anything uncomfortable about the tubing or the prongs. If there would be something uncomfortable with the tubing behind the ears, we could place little strips back there to protect the skin behind the ears. So then again, we would monitor the patient's oxygen level. So we would check it again. We'd make sure that it goes 90% or above, and then we would maintain them on this. And then we would be in talks with the doctor on how the oxygen level is going. So then if we would have, for instance, a patient, 2 liters, we've been on 2 liters for a day, and they're still running 88, 89%, the doctor may order a simple mask. So the patient is hooked up to the nasal cannula. I'm going to grab my simple mask here. So simple mask, and I forgot to mention, we increased the oxygen flow for this patient. We went up to 4 liters, then we went up to 5 liters, and it still just was not working. So then doctor has ordered the simple mask. That would be anywhere from 6 to 10 liters of oxygen. So the doctor's ordered 6 liters to try that to see if that would bring the patient up. So I'd talk to the patient, Mr. Blank, the doctor has ordered a higher level of oxygen for you, so we're going to replace the device that we're using. With the nasal cannula, we do not want to use it for anything above 6 liters. So we want to try this nasal mask for you, or this oxygen mask for you. So we would turn off the oxygen, disconnect this tubing, reconnect this tubing that's connected to the mask, turn on our oxygen to make sure that we can hear that coming through, and I do hear that coming through. And I think I said 6 liters before. We'll go 8 liters with this simple mask for this one. So we are going to turn this up to the 8 liters. So we can hear that coming through. Turn that back off. I'll put this on myself, me and my lovely glasses. Okay, so we would put this oxygen mask on. We would pull this around behind the head, make sure that is comfortable fit on the patient. We could pinch this malleable nose piece right here, and we could push that in or widen that a little bit so that it's comfortable and it fits nose to down around the chin for the patient. Again, we'd assess for the patient being comfortable, and we would want to check on the patient often to make sure that there's no redness around the skin where that mask is sitting. Thank you.